Hi everyone! Welcome to the week ahead forecast. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go live today. If you're from my Twitch community watching this, I wasn't able to go live today, but that's okay. I have to share one office and things kind of get, dicey, but I should be live later this week. But in the meantime, I wanted to give you a week ahead forecast, and I'm kind of going to do it a little bit differently this time. Sometimes I just do a general collective, but this time I'm going to pull one card for each sign's element, right? We have earth, water, air, fire. And whichever sign you want to go by to get your element, each sign has a different element. You can, but I'm going to pull one card rapid fire style, one oracle card for you, and then an oracle card for all of us, kind of like the collective oracle card to set the tone for the week, so we have a good idea of what is coming up the week of April 28th here. Okay, so what do we got? We're gonna start with earth signs because it is Taurus season. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What's coming up for you this week? What do you need to know? We're using Cats Rule the Earth Tarot today. Whoa. Okay. If I could shuffle, that'd be great. What do earth signs need to keep in mind this week? Okay. We have Six of Pentacles. Make sure the power dynamics, the power balances, your resource management is in order, okay? In order to make it through this week, in order to not feel the tensions rising, getting to you, you're gonna have to make sure that you're getting what you're getting what you're giving in certain situations. You're not letting people drain your resources dry, whether that's money, time, whatever it may be. And put up strong boundaries and say no. But also, if you need help, don't be afraid to take the help that's being offered to you. This is just really, the Six of Pentacles is really about finding that balance between, that give and take. And I feel like up until this point, the give and take in your life has been completely off balance. So in order to survive this week, take stock of that. Where are you giving too much of yourself away, and where are you not accepting enough help? Okay, earth signs. Getting an earth card for the earth signs, so fitting here. But also, what moon card do we have for earth signs? We have new moon in Aquarius, open up to change. We're using the moon oracle this week because it was the new moon in Taurus yesterday, so I figured it was a good time to break out the Moonolgy deck. This one is one of my favorites, but open up to change, okay? We know earth signs can be very rigid and can dig our heels in, okay? I am an earth sign. I suffer from this as well. Don't dig your feet in. Be open to shifting things around. Also, there's a beautiful magnolia tree on this card, and where I live, the magnolias have just come out. So very apt, very timely, okay? Open up to change, like the changing of the seasons, okay? Things are unfurling. You are unfurling as well, so something's gonna have to shift in your life. When it comes to the Six of Pentacles cards, you have to be open to change happening, and that includes figuring out where the give and take is off in your life. That might require some change. So, hope you have a good week. Hope this helps. Earth signs. I'm in this with you, okay? I'm in this with you. All right. Now we're going to do air signs. If you are a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Whoa, okay. We have the Two of Wands. Okay. Decided that it was gonna just jump out at us right off the bat. Okay. So Two of Wands. Now is the time to plan. Okay, this week for you is gonna be about planning. It's about thinking long term. Okay. The astrology of this week also, points to getting up and moving again. And that's what our collective readings have been about a lot too. It's time to get up and moving. It's time to get up and think about what we want to take action on, right? But to take it slow. The Two of Wands is saying the world is at your fingertips right now. Okay, whether it feels like it or not. And You have to start planning and planning for the long term. It doesn't mean you have to go out there and, race to get everything done. You really just need to think about what you want to be doing. This is like a brainstorming week for you, air signs, and that makes sense with, your air sign nature. You're really good at ideas floating around in your head, but you're not so great at like formulating the plan to take real action. So they want you to formulate a plan this week that is actionable. Okay? Keyword actionable. Things that you can take small baby steps to accomplish. So get your plans in order that are actionable this week. Then your moon card here. We have, new moon in Scorpio. Go deeper. Really get into your psyche, okay? Probe your deepest emotional wants. All those are innuendos, but I mean that very seriously. You gotta go within this week and really dig deep on what is actionable in your life that you can accomplish. What is this plan? I feel like you've just been skimming the surface. You've been floating by, just kind of dissociating. Haven't we all? That's totally fair. But this week you really got to lock in and go deep within your emotions, your thoughts, your mind, your soul to figure out what it is that you truly want in this moment. Sorry, excuse me. What do you truly want? What are your goals? Okay? Just some things to think about this week. So, air signs, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful week of planning, of deep thought, of figuring out that you actually can do this. Because you can. All right, fire signs. No, water signs. Sorry, my bad. Water signs. We are going to come straight to you next. If you are a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, how is your week going to go, water signs? What do we got for you? Oh. Okay, hold up. Water signs got 2 cards, apparently. 8 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles. This is very telling about your week. Okay, I see it already. You feel lost, alone, left out in the cold heading into this week with this 5 of Pentacles card. You're not seeing the aid that is available to you, the support that you do have, because there's a situation in your life that you have put so much time, energy, emotion into here with the 8 of Cups that you need to just walk away from. Okay, at least temporarily for this week. Something needs to be put on pause and walk away from so you stop feeling so hopeless. The 5 of Pentacles can be a card of just hopelessness, of feeling like you're never going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But really the light is right behind you and you're missing it because you're so focused on what's right in front of you. And what is right in front of you is this 8 of Cups moment, like I said, that needs to be walked away from at least temporarily this week. So try to leave behind anything that you are giving so much emotional labor to that is just not yielding positive results. Even, like I said, if that's temporarily, I don't mean that you have to cut that out of your life completely, but put it on pause, turn around, go back the other way, seek out where you find solace, where you find help this week. That way you can feel less alone, less like you're working towards nothing, less like you're running in place. Wow. Okay. That's a lot. Water signs, if you're dealing with a lot and there's just heaviness to your being, I'm sending you so much love. I know, it's so hard right now. Ooh, okay. First quarter moon in Libra, keep your heart open. Okay, you have so much love available to you right at your fingertips. You're not alone in this. And if you've been closing yourself off because that's the easier thing to do, that's totally valid. But this week, the cards are saying, keep your heart open, accept that love in, accept that help. Be a little bit more vulnerable than maybe you have been. And that will help you get through this week. Have a wonderful week. You got this. I know you do. All right, fire signs. Fiery fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. How is our week going to go? I am a fire, moon, and rising. What do we got to watch out for this week? What do we got to watch out for? Two of Wands. Just like air signs, it's time to make an actionable plan. Okay, if you didn't watch the earth sign reading, that's totally valid. But the air sign reading, we were talking about the Two of Wands being an actionable plan. A plan that has a step-by-step that makes it easy to follow step-by-step is what I should say. The world is at your fingertips, at our fingertips. We can make anything we want happen for ourselves, but the problem is with fire signs, a lot of the times we get carried away. We want to jump headfirst into something and see results immediately, and sometimes that can cause us to be a little bit unrealistic. This is saying, okay, you have that fiery determination. You can see those kinds of results, but you got to start small first. So this week is all about planning, about thinking about the bigger picture, about thinking of a plan that is actionable, that you can take small baby steps towards each day, and you're going to have to be really rigid with yourself about it to make sure it happens, because there's so much variable energy right now going on. There's so much tension, there's so much bad things happening, that we have to be realistic about the steps that we take so we can see the results that we want. Okay, that is what you should be thinking about this week. That's what you should be doing this week, fire signs. All right. And then your moon cards here. We have two that flew out. We have first quarter moon in Leo, be humble. Okay, take a slice of humble pie this week. Don't get carried away. And, for those of us who are a little bit self-conscious, who maybe don't need to be humbled, I would say this card is about being humble in the sense of not wanting what you don't have already. Okay, not wanting more. Try to find happiness in what you already have, instead of constantly longing for things that you don't have. And I'm not talking about necessities like food, shelter, Maslow's hierarchy of needs stuff. I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about things that are frivolous, that you're constantly craving. This is kind of giving, remember when you wanted what you currently have vibes. That's something to think on this week. And then the other one is relax. Okay? Relax. Don't spin out of control. It's okay. Breathe. It's okay to take a couple days, couple hours, even a few minutes to breathe in and out and come back to center while you're formulating your big plan. Okay? So, just some things to think about for this week. I'm going to pull a collective card for everybody just to set the tone for all of us after we each got our individual element reading from the Ostara deck, because this is probably one of the last times we'll use the Ostara deck, since May Day is coming up in a few days, and we'll be switching decks. Wild to think about that we're almost to May. I know. So what do we need to hear this week as a collective? Okay, we have Ostara. Forgive me for my mispronunciation. In the darkest hours, when all seems to be lost, comes the magic of light. Okay, beautiful. Card number 13. We love a divine number 13. Dawn is coming, joy and blessings. Ostara is the Germanic goddess of spring and dawn, and is the namesake of Easter. Those who are fortunate enough to witness her will receive great joy and many blessings to come. Receiving this card means you can count yourself among the lucky few who are gifted with renewed sense of hope that only spring can bring. Pay close attention, as there are already signs of this influence peeking through the frosty, cold exterior of your situation. What seemed like a lost cause will suddenly show the first signs of your circumstances turning around. Ostara rules the dawn and reminds you that it is always darkest just before the first rays of light. Keep your faith steady and trust the powers that be, as the hardships and challenges you have been facing are receding and you won't have to stumble in darkness for much longer. This card can even mean finding clarity of purpose and a deeper understanding of why you have suffered for so long. Above all, this is your sign to keep with your current path. You are so very close to an outcome you desire. So, for this week, they're reminding us, despite the hardships, stay the course, okay? Stay the course. The dawn will come. Light will shine back onto your life, even if things have seemed incredibly hard lately. And they want you to just have trust to keep walking forward this week. Basically, they're like, don't give up. You're on the right track. And it might not seem like it right now, but the light will return. Okay, very poignant for right now, but very nice, very hopeful, very good vibes. So I feel like that is just like the balm that we need after getting into it a little bit with our weekly readings for each element. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. Seriously, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon.